Welcome everyone to another episode of the World's Greatest News and Reviews. Your boy Captain Mal here, and today I'm joined by
Weapon 2
and
your boy T Crawler.
And today we are going to be bringing you kind of a year-end review, our top 3 movies of 2018. Each of us are going to go back and forth, letting you know our top 3. We're not going to do top 10 because that'd make too long of a video. And full disclaimer, obviously we didn't get to see every movie that came out this year. We didn't even get to see all the movies we wanted to see this year. Yeah. So this is just the movies that we saw that we really loved. Also doesn't mean they are like the best technical movies. It's just the movies that we gravitated to, the movies that we really loved, and the movies that we're walking away with 2018 really remembering. So let's get it started. Weapon 2, what is your number 3 movie of 2018?
Number 3 movie of 2018, Creed 2.
Ooh, why?
Creed 2, the comeback from the Rocky franchise, where the hated, I've been joking on this, he killed Apollo Creed. They come back. Apollo Creed's son, Adonis Creed, meets in the ring. He meets Victor Drago.
Wait, that son of a bitch!
That son of a bitch! That son of a bitch! It's just a wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. It tugs at your heartstrings. Rocky Balboa.
Did you do a video on this?
What's that? Oh yeah, I did. I already did. You can check that stuff out. I did a video about this already. And you can hear all that I have to say about that already.
Be sure. So, Creed 2, great pick. That is actually the first video review the 3 of us did all together. So if you're interested in our thoughts, they are literally that exciting. Be sure to check it out right here on YouTube or the Facebooks, however you watch this.
He even did the
Rocky 4 recap and Creed 2 hype. This man did solo.
So he first did that.
Son of a bitch!
So plenty of content to check out here, but a great number 3 pick. Okay, T. Krala, what is your number 3?
My number 3 was...
What was it?
Is it Creed?
It's Creed 2.
Creed 2!
Put all the energy into it. You took my wind out of my sails and like, I just can't do it.
Panda.
It's okay. No.
So number 3 is...
Yeah, number 3 is Creed 2 for me also.
Okay.
For reasons.
For
all the
reasons.
same reasons. Yeah,
Alright.
so...
Captain Matt, my number 3 is not Creed 2.
Oh.
My number 3 is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Wow.
Now, I am a huge fan of the Mission Impossible franchise, and negating Mission Impossible 2, they have all been great. All have a fuck ton of action, and the bar continuously gets raised in these movies. Tom Cruise is a 50-year-old who's performing stunts of a 20-year-old, performs all his own stunts. Always have great action, great modern-day like spy espionage thrillers. Each one is more and more exciting. My personal favorite is Ghost Protocol, the 4th one, the one with the Dubai Tower scene. But this movie, I keep waiting for them to fall off a cliff and like not be good anymore, not be entertaining anymore. This one had edge of your seat action, just enough plot to like keep going without being totally ridiculous, and you care just enough about the characters. And I will pay good money to watch Tom Cruise run knife-handed away from explosions all fucking day. So, I love me some Tom Cruise. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That was a great movie. If you like action, I highly recommend it.
Okay.
You're totally judging me.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, Weapon 2. What is your number 2 movie of 2018?
Number 2.
Deadpool 2. Huge fan of the Deadpool franchise here. Of course, it's not going to be Deadpool 1, but it had all the things that I liked. It went new directions, and I just had a good story. Huge fan of Ryan Reynolds. Had the endearing little love story in the mix of it all. It's just a good movie.
Cool.
Hilarious, funny.
Alright,
R-rated.
Number 2.
R-rated. Yeah. Number 2 for me is going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Whoa, not number 1.
I thought of that one too.
It did not make number 1 for me, which, you know, everybody knows Spider-Man, T. Crawler, that's me, that's my thing, but, yeah, just, my number 1 is, we'll get to that, but yeah, number 2 was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for me. It was a phenomenal movie, I thought, you know, being animated also, but to just see the Spider-Verse come together, and you see Miles Morales, and all, just everything that, we did the review, check it out on YouTube, you know, we did that review already, or that one was Facebook, we got that on Facebook.
It'll be coming to YouTube shortly. We're getting
we'll get it put up there on YouTube for you guys, but yeah, that's my number 2, so.
Cool. So, my number 2 movie of 2018 is Creed 2.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Alright.
For reasons we've all talked about, I really like it. It's a good fucking movie. It can't not be on there. It's just really good. So okay, here we go. Ready? Drum roll. The meat and potatoes, the big one, the best movie of 2018 in our individual opinions. I have a feeling there's going to be kind of an agreement here. Well, by the way, we don't know what any of us are picking.
We didn't say to each other what we're picking.
But I kind of have an idea. At least two of us are picking the same movie.
Avengers Infinity War by far was the best.
Hang on. Just a question. What's your number one?
Infinity is.
Mine is also Infinity War. Yes! So fucking big here. So I feel like we could do a total. We weren't. The band wasn't back together yet to do a review on Infinity War. But just real quick.
That was when we all saw together. That was like,
we did all see it together.
Yeah, so
real quick, just a couple of reasons. Why did you love Infinity War?
Well, it's the culmination so far of the entire story arc of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's by far, so we finally get to where we're having a big battle with Thanos. By far, the destruction of half of the universe, including half of the Avengers, all of the Marvel Universe, that is when I saw it in the movie theater first time, I almost fell out of my chair onto the floor. It was that traumatic for me. I didn't know what to think. I felt breathless. It was shocking!
See, Crawler.
That's why.
Why?
man, a lot of the same reasons, but like to see, this is one of those movies, if you see it with a group of friends that are all into the same thing, it's awesome to see. We went to see this movie and we all were excited about different parts of the movie. Like, I think I remember him yelling out, freaking Thor did his big entrance at the, towards the end. I know with me, with Spider-Man, seeing the Iron Spider, I was like, oh, when he called the suit, started flying out, it's just a different part. So just the enjoyment of that, and then the end of the movie, just the fact that most of these movies, as you all know, like the bad guy has a plan, the good guy stopped the plan, and at the end everything's all good, right? Not this one. Like, this was the quietest we've ever. The theater was, you could hear a pin drop. Like, seriously, like everybody's jaw was on the floor. Like, what the hell? Like, nobody expected that to happen, and that for me was like, it's just different. This is the start of a whole new, like, they're not always going to end in a happy ending. Like, I'm hoping that they mix it up for us, but just the way it was after that, when we all like ended and we were talking about it, like we stood outside the theater for a while talking about it, and for that, it just made it more. It was enjoyable and it was different, and that was like, yeah. In all the speculation of what's going to happen next was really good. So that's why it's number one for me.
So many of the reasons why it's number one for me. I also want to point it out that Captain Mal, your DC guy, saw this movie 3 times in its opening weekend. So
I saw it several times myself.
So, calm down, Marvel. Part of the reason why this movie is such an amazing thing to me is because of the cinematic achievement that it is. This was, at the time, the 19th installment of a movie saga of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, something that before has never been done in the history of cinema. The accomplishment of this movie was having 18 movies come before it, each individually having its own plot, characters, and story arc, but while interweaving and interconnecting an overarching story that lasted the better part of 10 years has never been done in the history of cinema. They have been a game changer and revolutionized what other studios are trying to do. Other studios are trying to copy the extended universe format because of what Marvel is doing right now. That alone makes this movie an achievement. The fact that it hit $2 billion worldwide is an achievement. Other than that, the way that it intertwines and interweaves all these characters that you love together and puts them in groups that make sense for the storyline. The fact that it's Thanos' movie, he is the protagonist, he's the one that has a goal, has a mission, and fucking accomplishes it. The fact that you love Thor more than you've ever loved Thor, including Ragnarok. The fact that you have cheer-worthy moments that happen in Wakanda.
I love him as much as I've ever loved him.
Yeah, and tear-worthy moments with beloved characters that you know dying. The movie exceeds across every single level. It is infinitely rewatchable. It's on Netflix right now. Sometimes I just put it on and just watch scenes over and over and over again. It is the pinnacle of what I believe comic book movie storytelling can be, should be, and what will continue to be. It is currently the bar that every other comic book movie should look to try to achieve. That's why it's my number one.
Well said, sir.
So,
I'm very professional.
so as always, I think we're good. That was our top 3.
That was our top 3.
We're going to be bringing you a top 3 worst movies of 2018. But as always, if you've enjoyed this video, thank you for joining us on this episode of the World's Greatest News and Reviews. As always, be sure to like and subscribe.
Peace!